Georgia will be in the home black, Alabama in the white. Both teams coming off heartbreaking losses on Thursday. I think that will work in our favor today, Tamika, because there's a little added edge for both these teams to get the win. Georgia's starting five. Both teams have been going with the same five pretty much the entire season. And there's Q Morrison getting loose right away and puts it in. Good feed from Taylor Sutton.
Well, great thing right there. And one thing you know is that they want to get the ball down low. So great feed to Q Morrison.
And the Alabama starting five, again, Mingo Young in the lineup. As of a couple of days ago, we were pretty much told they didn't think she'd play. So good she's back in. Ambitious pass there. Abrams going to Rice, goes out of bounds. Turnovers was one thing Christy Curry told us they must contain today against the Lady Bulldogs.
Well, I think it's going to be really important not to thread the needle. And right there you saw Abrams trying to make a pass, and there's not really room, even if you catch the ball, for her to go up.
A zone defense here for Alabama, and that was something Georgia expected as well.
Well, when you look at both of the games, they played against Texas Tech, they played against Notre Dame, and I think every single team, as Q Morrison lighting it up, feeling good, first 5 points.
I tell you, Tamika, when we do these games on Sundays and Q Morrison's playing, I can't wait. She does, you were perfect in the open. She does everything. I mean, offense, defense, she's all over the place.
Well, she does it with a smile, too, and I think that's the thing. She's such a gritty player. She wants to do whatever it takes to help this team. But the thing that I was most fascinated about when we talked to Joni Taylor, Davis gets on the board with a three-pointer, getting Alabama their first 3 points. But the thing I'm most impressed with Q is this is her first year of really playing the point guard position predominantly. So she's done a great job.
Yeah, she and Stady really wanting to leave a legacy on this program. There's Stady, who missed a couple of games, came back for 26 points on Thursday. Barker with the miss. Good rebound and the stick back by Taylor Sutton.
Alabama looked good in the zone, but you got to be ready to box out. Nobody boxing Sutton out on the backside.
It's interesting because normally Alabama's strength is offense. They've been struggling offensively. Normally Georgia's strength is defense. They've been struggling defensively. But not today. How about this? Davis is lighting it up. A couple of threes here early.
2 for 2 for Davis. Abrams about to get the steal. Jenna Stady not able to get it.
2 3-pointers for Alabama. Abrams going to take it all the way in, does not get the foul. Good offensive rebound and one for Jada Rice.
Well, Jada Rice has been one of the players that I have consistently talked about. Just being able to go down low and figure out what she needs to do. She's solid down low on the defensive end. Offensively, being able to do productions like that.
Foul was on Q Morrison. Jada Rice is at the highest level coming in from North Carolina State. She's one of the many graduates we have on the floor today, getting her master's degree. A good pickup there by Mingo Young. So an extra possession here for Alabama. Mingo Young trying to get by Barker. Shot clock under 10. Down to 5. This is Barber. Nothing for Barber. Shot clock at 1. She had to throw it up, and not much there.
Great defensive possession right there.
Yeah, that'll make Joni Taylor happy. Stady, long range, misses.
I think as a post player, especially when you look at someone like Jenna Stady, trying to figure out how to get her going. That was one of the questions we asked. Are you going to get her going down low? Or are you going to try to move her out? It's Jada Rice.
Yeah. I love that matchup, Rice and Stady. And Alabama now up by 3. Looking for a good bounce back after a disappointing home loss to Mississippi State on Thursday. Georgia lost on the road to Kentucky, where Kentucky just shot the lights out. Morrison getting a screen.
Well, they need to space it out. It looks like Georgia's offense, everybody is, if you look at the defense, nobody has to go outside the free throw line. You have to space it out, but a lot of that starts with shooters and having shooters ready to shoot from that three-point line.
Pretty good shooting so far by both these teams. Alabama 4 of 6 to start, Georgia 3 of 6. Barber coming off a game where she hit 5 threes. How about one more to that total? Man, she's been hot lately.
Well, I can say I know Joni's over there steaming a little bit because defense is something that they talked about and really running them off the three-point line when you have shooters like that.
Stady shooting over the defense, still not connecting. Mingo Young with a rebound, pushing it. And she'll bring it back out. Alabama looking good offensively here early. They missed that. Alabama's not missed a three-pointer so far.
And I like the flow of this game. You kind of up and down a little bit, but you've got to like both teams fighting for the ball, offensive rebound.
Yeah, good hustle by Sutton to get that offensive rebound. Georgia struggling to score on this possession. A jump ball called. Isaacs had tied up Brittany Davis. And Christy Curry leading this Alabama team now in her 9th season. Took them to the tournament last year, won a round. Of course, she's been as far as the NCAA championship when she was the head coach at Purdue. And just a wonderful human being, Christy Curry. Just so nice to be around. She and her husband on the sideline there. Husband Kelly works primarily with the perimeter players. Saw Christy up in the stands talking to some families that were here supporting Alabama just before this game. Both these coaches do such an incredible job representing their schools. Intercepted right to Barker. Barker comes from a football family. And the pickup, it's good by Mallory Bates, and she was fouled.
Great pickup right there. Mallory Bates able to get the ball down low, going in, but hey, gotta love it. Looking at, hey, a little bit of hot potato, but Bates able to get her hands in.
I think Joni needs to get a little fitter, don't you?
We talked about her workout routine earlier. And we were comparing workouts.
She is Wonder Woman. She is of superhero status. All the different hats she wears as a coach, a wife, a mom, an ambassador for this university. A big voice in really in the sporting world, not just in basketball. And certainly molding future leaders here in this Georgia program. A little full court pressure shown by Georgia after that free throw. Alabama been on a 10-0 run until that last bucket. Davis.
You'll see a different lineup, especially with Stady out. You got Mallory Bates in, replacing her, got straight to the free throw line, able to knock that down. So now, yet another rebound.
Alabama finally missed a three, now in transition. And they'll slow it down. Yeah, number 20, Jordan Isaacs into the game also for Georgia. And would she get away with that in the WNBA?
She would not get away with that. He got the ball a little bit too high.
It looked good.
Trying to do the Euro step.
So Taylor Sutton turns it over, a local product. Her coach is here from before when she came. One of the legends in WNBA, or one of the original players. Lady Grooms watching. Had a hand in Sutton's development. Three on the way and good, as Davis is now 3 for 3 behind the three-point line.
Well, I think Georgia's got to figure out a way to run her off the three-point line. She's really comfortable down there.
Barker. And that will go out of bounds. So 3:18 left here in the opening quarter. A lot of threes from Alabama here.
Yeah, and look at this. I mean, Brittany Davis just set right into it. Hanna-Barbera does a great job handing it off.
And that's nothing new. Alabama's one of the best in the SEC at making threes. Morrison took a little extra step to get position there and turns it over. So Alabama has really responded to that loss on Thursday night. They've come out looking good. 6 of 10 shooting. Yes, it is Georgia, Alabama. No, it is not the National College Football Championship. It's women's basketball, and this rivalry is just as fierce between these two teams. As I'm Sam Gore along with Tamika Catchings. Thanks to Tiffany and Steffi for their work in that last long Tennessee win. Here today, both these teams coming in off a disappointing loss, and they have played hard here to start in the first quarter. Alabama's been setting the pace with a lot of made threes as Barber pushes it up for the Tide.
Well, Brittany Davis has stepped up and knocked down quite a few 3-for-3 from the three-point line, and that's where Alabama got started. They continue to drive the ball in. Davis for another three.
Wow! She is unconscious. 4 of 4 behind that three-point line.
See Joni about to go to her bench. This is something we talked about with her earlier. Wanted to make sure Georgia had to have a better defensive game. She was not impressed at all about how they started and how they ended the game against Kentucky the other night.
Nice short jumper by Mallory Bates. Transfer from Rutgers in her redshirt senior season. All of the seniors for Georgia, by the way, already have their undergraduate degrees. A lot of them are in grad school here at Georgia.
I think that's just a testament. You see that quite a bit, not just here in Georgia, but there's a lot of schools that have quite a few seniors and redshirt seniors that are finishing up their master's degrees.
Mingo Young on a bad ankle made it look nice. That was beautiful. And Alabama is just red hot here in the first quarter. Up 21-12 in Stegman Coliseum.
Alabama shooting 62%.
Davis has just been on fire.
And you gotta love it. Davis from the outside, 4 for 4 from the three-point line, sitting at 12 points right now.
Yeah, Davis has tied Georgia in scoring. So she's got 12 points on her own, and that's all Georgia has at the moment. It's just been a perfect start for Alabama. See if Georgia can tighten things up going into the second quarter. Chapman is in the game, number 1 in black for Georgia. Our first look at her, former soccer player, now just playing basketball. Rice got stuck by Stady, and that will go to Georgia. Good hustle by Jenna Stady.
Well, Stady got back in the game and right away got a block down low, almost got that steal too. But that's something that she does. Just her presence on the floor, she makes you have to change your offense. She makes you have to change your shot. One of the leading shot blockers for the Georgia Bulldogs. Not just this year, but in general.
She missed 2 games recently, and you know, Joni Taylor saying that they have to kind of get used to the players on the floor getting used to playing with her out there now as Morrison knocks down the 3, and you can see why they're just so tough to scout, because they have that perfect inside-out balance.
So they have to find that. They got to get that. They got to get the inside and the outside going. They kind of got settled, like they got stuck with Alabama's zone, but here we go, spreading it out.
And by the way, Joni Taylor was not happy that they were learning to play without Stady. They were like, we got to get her the ball now. Oh, how did that go in? Taylor Sutton with all kinds of defense in her face as we close out the first quarter. Alabama, after dropping a heartbreaker at home on Thursday, has responded. Specifically, Brittany Davis lighting it up in the first quarter. 4 of 4 behind the three-point line, and the Tide up by 9. So for Georgia, I mean, Alabama probably could not have expected to play that well in the first quarter. That was an incredible start. Georgia has been trying to tighten up its defense, and already Joni Taylor bringing a different lineup out here to start the second quarter than she started the game. She said she would shake some things up.
Well, I think that's how you defeat a team, and that's how you look at your offensive production. What works? Alabama, you knew that they were going to come out and get stuck in this zone. First time Jenna Stady has gotten a touch down low to be able to score, so that's a great look. That's a great offensive possession for Georgia.
I'm impressed by that pass by Richardson, the freshman. Put it right on the money. So Georgia scores first here to open the second quarter. Nice tank. Oh, Sutton with the and one opportunity here.
One of the things you got to look at, Q Morrison got hit on the screen up front. Just enough. Rice got her, and Stady swings down, but Richardson comes over. It's kind of got hit by 2 different people.
Yeah, Richardson got called for the foul. Free throw is no good. Alabama has not made a free throw yet. That was only the second one they've shot. Chapman gets blocked by Rice. That is dangerous territory there for Chapman, who is a fantastic athlete. She was a All SEC performer in soccer, now just focusing on basketball. Chapman lost it. Good hustle by the Tide. Barber is tied up. Chapman and Barber, good sportsmanship there as well after the hard play. And the ball's going to go back to Alabama.
Well, 2 possessions right there, just a little bit careless with the ball. This last one with Chapman. And before going into Jada Rice, we don't talk enough about Jada Rice from Alabama. She is turning into quite a defensive presence for this Alabama team, and that's one thing we talked about with Coach Curry is how she liked giving Rice the freedom to float on the defensive end, and offensively, she's done a pretty good job down there too.
Seeing her match up against Stady today, I was looking forward to that. Bates got a piece of that as Gordon tried to go underneath. It'll be Alabama's ball. Barber will throw it in. She's coming off a game where she hit 5 threes against Mississippi State. She's already got 1 this afternoon. Abrams gets loose. Shot clock is a factor here. She's got to put it up. Good offensive rebound by Rice.
Got to know the shot clock, and you got to know when it is time to box out. Sutton able to get the ball out, and I think they just want to rain 3 tonight. I don't know if they even want to play the inside game.
It doesn't look like they don't need to right now. They've made 7 threes already, and they've this year been averaging about that per game. And that's actually one of the top 3-point averaging teams in the SEC.
You know, one of the things right there, that last possession, Q Morrison knows how to shoot the 3. In those situations, she has to step up and she has to shoot the 3. Georgia not able to convert. Now it's Alabama ball.
Morrison knocks it out of bounds. It'll go back to Alabama. Q Morrison, just one of the most versatile players in the SEC. Just her stats against Kentucky: 14 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 steals. I mean, she literally is involved in just about every possession.
And 2 rebounds. She forgot about the rebounds.
Sorry, did I not get the rebounds? Well, it was only 2. Come on.
That's the thing. When you stuff a stat sheet, it's not about how many you have. It's the fact that you're stuffing all of the different statistical categories.
Abrams still wearing that mouth guard. Remember, she got hit in the mouth against Tennessee a couple of weeks ago, and still not 100% after that. She did not lose any teeth, fortunately. There's the take by Morrison.
Great hesitation move right there, Q Morrison. That's what she does really, really well. Get to the basket, able to kind of weave her way into the zone, man to man. Does a lot of different things.
Morrison, the first Lady Bulldog in double figures. That's 10 points now. Stady picks off that pass. And Morrison leading the break. Richardson overshot it. Barker bumping Davis from behind. No foul called, though. Davis, nice pass. Stady with a clean block.
Hands up, Stady. Steady is what they call her. She's down low. She's able to get that block.
Richardson fires again, misses this one. And went off on the same side. Davis with the rebound. It's a track meet right now. Davis picked up by Richardson, and she is fouled at half court by Sutton.
There it is. Go back. 2 plays to go. Q Morrison getting to the basket, able to flow, change of pace will get you a long way.
Q Morrison, last year's co-defensive player of the year in the SEC. Just a lockdown defender. She's one of those players already has her degree, got her degree in communication studies. She's been a permanent member pretty much of the SEC's academic honor roll since she's been here at Georgia. Barker, another one of those Georgia-Alabama connections. Oh, nice take. And rebound off the miss, though, goes to Wade Warren.
I think one of the reasons that team continues to zone Georgia, they got to be ready to pull the 3-point shots. I know Richardson came in and tried to shoot a couple of threes a few possessions ago, but when Georgia has players that are out, they got to step up, they got to knock down, or take one dribble, step in and get that shot, that mid-range jumper.
Reagan Richardson just picked up her 2nd foul. Nice defensive play again by Stady. Wow, her presence is felt now defensively when they try to go inside. And a foul underneath, offensive foul on Barker as she came through the lane, making that pass. She charged.
Well, I love the defense. Jenna Stady moving her feet, able to get this block down low. Without the foul, get the ball in the air, move your feet, and keep your hands high.
Again, 7 of Alabama's made shots. 7 of their 11 have been threes. Here's Abrams with another try, and she's fouled out on the perimeter by Richardson, and that will be the 3rd foul on Richardson, and it'll put Abrams on the line for 3 free throws.
Oh, here it is right here. She just goes underneath her body, does not give Abrams an opportunity to come down. So looks like Abrams sprained her ankle a little bit.
So it'll be Abrams, who we talked about, got hit in the mouth against Tennessee. You're right, a little limping a little bit coming up out of that. She'll be at the free throw line. Abrams this year, 71% free throw shooter. She is getting a master's in marketing after being an honor roll student in finance. And what a women's doubleheader we've got for you Thursday night. #1 South Carolina will host Texas A&M at 7 Eastern, and then Tennessee in Nashville to take on Vanderbilt, that historic rivalry. Both games here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app, one tap. So Richardson's foul of Abrams results in 3 free throws, and she makes the most of it. So what a start for Alabama.
Alabama keeps switching up their defenses. They just pulled out the full court press. We've seen them sit back in the zone. We've seen a little bit of man. Whenever Jenna Stady touches the ball, you see another player running. Alabama with the steal. Hannah Barber setting up for the 3.
Got it. And Stady just missed getting a piece of that.
She was right there.
But what a pure shooter Barber is. Again, now she's got 7 3-pointers over the last 2 games, and we're not even halfway finished with this one. Chapman, that was a 2. Good rebound by Barker, and she muscles it up but misses.
Barker trying too hard, trying to create space. Got to go up strong. And we've seen her go up strong.
Abrams penetrates against Barker and draws the foul.
Media timeout on the floor.
Well, how about this? You know you got to love it. Hannah Barber steps back. Yet another 3.
So shooting way better. And they're still looking for more at the free throw line as Abrams knocks that one down. Abrams has been to the free throw line now more than any other player in the game already. That was her 4th free throw. She's 4 of 4. And misses that one, and the rebound is ripped down by Nicholson. Georgia's gone almost 3 minutes without a field goal. Let's see if they can break it here. Morrison trying to create something. Good pass. And the reverse layup is good to break that drought. That was Javin Nicholson.
Well, that's a great play. That's what you have to do. Get the ball inside. You know Alabama, is sending 2 players to the post. That other post player has to dive to the basket.
Another 3 by Davis. Are you kidding me? She's 5 of 5. Wow. That is Tamika Catchings like. Wow. Man, that's got to impress even you.
Oh, yeah. I love how she's just stepping into it, though. Those are not forced shots.
She had a good game last weekend when we saw her against Auburn as well. That was just thrown up, hoping for something good to happen by Sutton. Sutton saying, my bad. And coming into the game, number 13, actually.
Tanea Hilton.
Yeah, Tanea Hilton. We have not seen her in a uniform this year. She was just joined Georgia in November from Canada, was declared ready to play, and so she's a freshman on this team, and Joni Taylor was telling us today she's expecting Hilton to be out there a lot.
Well, I think one of the big things was for her to come in and behind Q Morrison, but you see Q Morrison still out there, so to have another guard as an offense, and Georgia able to get the ball off of a steal, taking it in. Q Morrison not able to finish.
Yeah, can't finish, but the defense was better that time for Georgia. That was a nice pass, but Hilton was there in that passing lane. Now Davis, another three. Yes, of course, like a layup today.
Unbelievable. Brittany Davis in a three-point zone, not even just a zone in general.
That is astounding what she's doing right now. 6 of 6 behind the three-point line. And we've got a whole half to play.
And we got 3 players right here. Georgia, the ball goes up and we got 3 players back, and that might be part of the plan with the transition defense, but you got to get some people on the board to get these rebounds.
Alabama way out in front now. A 21-point lead, excuse me, a 13-point lead. Nice pass into Morrison. And Morrison cuts into that lead.
Great pass by Chapman. Chloe bait just enough. Hannah Barber able to get Q Morrison a wide open layup.
Alabama up by 17 as Abrams looks over at the bench for some instructions here. Morrison defending her. Morrison's been the one constant, but nobody's been able to figure out Brittany Davis.
Yeah, I mean, Brittany Davis continues. Hilton tried to go for the steal. Brittany, she had a lane to the basket. She just takes one step, shoot the three.
It was a lane. That was like a freeway to the basket, and she shot the three.
Last 3 games, 4 for 25, but to be able to have somebody come out and shoot the ball the way she is, to have that confidence to come into this game and shoot.
Abrams back on the free throw line. Foul was on Morrison. That's her second. And over on the bench, Brittany Davis getting a breather.
It's kind of tiring having to carry the team. I mean, 6 for 6 from the three-point line.
I'd ride that way until it crashed.
She doesn't put her hand up. You're not coming out.
That's right. 44-25. Full court pressure here by the Tide. This is Hilton in her first collegiate basketball game for Georgia. Again, was an excellent player out of Canada. Still not quite sure of the system, but really just playing on feel. She's that good right now. And a nice offensive rebound and bucket by Nicholson.
Nicholson, great job. Great patience down low. Body flying all over the place, but she's able to go up strong and finish.
Georgia looking for some momentum going into halftime. It's been all Alabama here in this first half offensively. That's a block.
Chapman gets called for the foul. That'll send Abrams back to the free throw line.
Foul was on Chapman, so more free throws, you're right, coming for Alabama.
Abrams will go to the line for the Crimson
Jemiah
Tide.
Mingo-Young checking in
2 shots.
while Abrams gets ready to shoot. Abrams has a job waiting for it. Nike, whenever she wants it. She interned there last summer, and they offered her a job, but she's going to come back next year. The SEC Network, of course, will have this rivalry covered in the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T. Pregame tomorrow night at 8 a.m. Eastern. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern. Then watch the first half with Eli Gold and the Alabama radio broadcast team. Second half will be with Scott Howard and Georgia's team. Finally, wrap it up with SEC Football Final. Again, that is coming your way tomorrow. They're starting it early, 8 a.m. Eastern. Hilton got up on her tiptoe. Love that control. Chapman lost it going through the lane, but recovered. And here's Hilton shooting the three, a little short.
Another good shot that Hilton taken. Those will fall. This is her first game with this Bulldog team. She's still learning the system, still trying to figure it out. I mean, it's the difference between being a high school senior and being a college freshman. Same thing, I would say, from being a college senior to being a rookie in the WNBA. So there's always a little bit of a learning adjustment.
Oh, what a take by Taylor Sutton.
Puts her head down, weaves through the basket.
Sutton back in her home state, playing in front of a lot of family and friends today. She's from Atlanta. Chapman, another open jumper. Good. Chloe Chapman buries that one.
Yeah, I like that play for Chloe Chapman. Doesn't put the ball on the floor, goes straight up and able to knock down the jump shot.
Talked about Nike earlier. Chapman is a self-described sneakerhead. She loves designing shoes. She started her own little company called Trip C Customs that will customize shoes for friends. Final seconds here of the second quarter. Alabama trying to get one more shot off, and an offensive foul by Mingo Young will give Georgia to have a chance to have the last possession.
Well, I don't think you want to take Q Morrison one-on-one like that. You got to move the ball, get Q Morrison off. Because she is such a great defender, get her off the ball.
And that was the second foul on Mingo Young. So Georgia's got 4.7 seconds to try to score here. Morrison fouled right away when she caught that entry pass by Barber.
Foul directed toward Alabama's number 4, Taylor Sutton. That's her second, Alabama's 4th.
Force Georgia to have to take the ball out. So Alabama set their press up again. 3 seconds left.
And that will do it. Morrison's shot no good, but Alabama behind an outstanding half of Brittany Davis, up 48-29.
6 for 6 from the three-point line. Brittany Davis can't say enough about how well she's come out and played. Halftime, we got Alabama up 48-29. And here we are, Brittany Davis. Take the 2, why not? We'll take the 3. Finishing strong.
Halftime coming up. We'll be joining our football crew in Indianapolis.
Off of the three-point line, but Alabama's done a great job of just moving the ball around the horn. And I mean, honestly, when you have three-point shooters at all 3 of your guard positions, you have to pick your poison.
It's going to be fun to see if Georgia can figure out a way to come back now. They fought back against Florida last Sunday and got the win on the road in Gainesville. But this is a little bit bigger challenge here. Morrison, first shot of the quarter is off the mark, and that is out of bounds. Will go back to Alabama.
Oh, great patience right there. Georgia got a great look at the basket. Morrison not able to knock it down.
Those numbers just astronomically good for Alabama on the left side of that column. 10 of 12 shooting with the threes. Both teams with 8 turnovers, but it was Alabama making the most of the turnovers they were able to force, scoring all those points.
Well, you got Georgia. They have 20 points in the paint, but when you're shooting 2 compared to 3s, and Stady, another block, what she does so well down low.
She's been a fortress down there, and the layup is good by Coombs, and she'll go to the free throw line. That's the spark Georgia needed to start the second half.
Well, you got to chip away at it. You're not going to be able to just get 1 point to get all those points back, but it starts right here on that defensive possession. Jenna Stady with the block on Rice, the look up, Coombs to the basket.
And a foul was on Brittany Davis. Coombs completes the three-point play, and that's a good start for Georgia.
Well, you might see a tale of 2 halves, and you might see a different Georgia team. Already they show more aggressiveness. They show more, I mean, I felt like in the first half they really were just kind of being more conservative.
Abrams from outside, missed that one. Morrison gets the rebound. Georgia as a team right now with 7 block shots. They had a game earlier this year where they had 18 against Alabama State. And that's what makes this even more impressive, what Alabama's doing. Georgia's always one of the best defensive teams in the conference. And that just got away from Coombs, and it's going to go to Alabama.
I like Georgia's possession when they're moving the ball and they're playing with one another, not necessarily trying to create one-on-one opportunity, but trying to create opportunity, moving the ball, wide open opportunity for your teammates.
Again, both teams come into this game off of heartbreaking losses on Thursday. They're both 1-2 to start the SEC season. Mingo Young in the lane traveled, took an extra step, and that'll turn it over to Georgia.
And we see Mingo Young, when she gets in the paint, one of the things she has to do, she got to look at her shot. She took 1 more dribble than she needed. She could have had the pull-up jump shot or the pass to the baseline.
And Mingo Young was a player we didn't think we would see today because she hurt her ankle in the last game. She's been getting round-the-clock treatment and has responded well enough to play. Patient possession here by Georgia. Chapman open for the jumper, overshot it. And that's going to go out of bounds to Alabama.
You know, one of the interesting things when you watch Alabama, the way they're playing defense on Georgia, everybody has a foot in the paint. They are forcing them to look at, just attempt the shot from the outside, and Georgia not even stepping into their shot with confidence. They can knock those shots down.
Georgia 2 of 8 behind the three-point line in this game so far. It's another travel, 2 traveling violations on Alabama. That was on Taylor Sutton. So Alabama, this is a look at their season so far, 9-2, but 1-2 in the SEC. Dropped their season opener at Tennessee, beat Auburn, lost to Mississippi State. Intercepted, Abrams being defended by one of the best defenders in the SEC and can't come away with a bucket.
Great defensive possession, Q Morrison playing without fouling. Great pass by Barker to Coombs for 2.
Barker with the touch pass over to Coombs in the layup, and Georgia playing much better here to start the third quarter. Still trailing by 14.
I love this break right here. Eyes up, Chapman, Barker, Coombs with the finish.
Well, Barker just picked up her 3rd foul. Barker, his dad was a quarterback at Alabama, a national champion. Brother Braxton's a backup quarterback there. She's one of those players in this game with connections to Alabama.
Well, you missed this, Sam. So the deflection, the ball came out of bounds, knocked this young man's hat off his head. He continues to eat popcorn. A fan walking behind him picks up the hat, puts it back on his head. Meanwhile, he's still eating popcorn.
I think that's the snack of choice here. Everybody's got popcorn today. Is it National Popcorn Day?
It might be. I don't know.
Barber pops it, no pun intended, from on the left side. Man, she's been hot lately. That's her 3rd 3. She had 5 against Kentucky Thursday. Morrison in the paint. Good dish to Stady for the finish.
And great play right there. Does just enough. Q Morrison just baiting Wade Warren to step up, and a nice little pass to Stady.
Good passing by the Georgia team right now. And so they've got most of their field goals have been assisted. And another travel, and that's a 3rd travel violation on Alabama.
I tell you what, Alabama's got to keep the feet moving, or keep the feet set, but Barber continued to flow, like you said, and 5 threes against Kentucky, coming out, lighting it up again.
Georgia has been scoring in the paint pretty much exclusively in this game. Coombs on the drive, off balance. Stady with a rebound and puts it in. And that is the beauty of Jenna Stady right there.
Stady, going to work down low. You gotta love it. Defensively, we've seen her continue to make her presence known. Offensively, that's the thing she does. She gets the board.
Good defense by Georgia. 51-38. Georgia's cut the lead down to 13. Long 3. That is good by Kyla Wade Warren, and that's just her 4th three-pointer of the whole season.
I mean, when you're shooting the ball like that and you see your teammates stepping up and knocking down those shots, why not get in on the action?
Yeah, I can do it too, right? Stady has it stripped by Abrams. Abrams went underneath and grabbed it. One of the rare times you'll see Stady bring the ball down. Wade Warren again tried to make it 2 in a row, doesn't. Morrison pushing it. Morrison, no contact. Ball goes out of bounds and it'll go to Alabama. So Alabama, who built this lead on a 3-point field goal foundation, gets one that from a player that doesn't normally make them. Wade Warren in Alabama.
Both of them say our team will, so it'll be interesting.
And both of these head coaches love the football coaches. Nick Saban is definitely part of the family at Alabama Athletics. He's a very big supporter of Christy Curry, and Joni Taylor was telling us all the things Kirby Smart does for her program. In fact, Kirby's wife played basketball here, played against Joni in college when she was at Alabama. They come to a lot of the games. But, both these teams very passionate about watching their football team tomorrow night. Important things going on right now on the hardwood. These two teams desperately need a win for Georgia to hold serve here on its home court after dropping one at Kentucky Thursday. Stady, nice pass from Chapman.
Yeah, that's a great play right there. Chapman able to get the defense to rotate over, Stady wide open underneath the basket.
Yeah, the passing's been on point for Georgia here in the second half, but still Alabama with the hot shooting is out in front by 14, 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
Well, Georgia's done a better job defensively in making Alabama hit some tough shots. Alabama just had the hot hand tonight.
Abrams missed it. Remember, Barker's playing with 3 fouls. There's Morrison. Good pass to Chapman.
Great setup by Morrison. Goes to the left just enough. Give Chapman a little bit of space to be able to knock that layup down.
Third assist for Morrison. And for Chapman, she's now got 4 points. Barber, who said her lucky number is 19. That's why Alabama's going to win the national championship. They're going for their 19th national title tomorrow night. That's an explanation of her comment. Barber had Stady in her face, got it down to Rice, and Rice is fouled. Chapman and Coombs were both there.
I love it. I love the way when you get out on the fast break, you get that eyes up. Chapman to Morrison, nice pass to Kobe Chapman.
Chapman was called for the foul that'll send Jada Rice to the free throw line. Rice, grad student, getting her master's in public affairs. Played at North Carolina State before coming to Alabama. Tamika, I know you're very high on Jada. What specifically do you like about her?
Well, I like Jada. I just like how she's able to move down low. You think about defensively, offensively, I mean, some of the things when you got three-point shooters out there, you want to have a inside presence along with the outside presence, but she does enough down low to garner the ball. Defensively, her being able to roam around with her height, her length, her versatility, being able to move laterally, those are things that you want in a post player to be able to help change the game.
Good looking free throws. She just shot a foul by Barber defending. And Alabama's a team shooting well from the free throw line, 10 of 13 in this game. A first foul on Barber.
Well, look at it. Georgia has only shot 2 free throws for the game compared to 13, 10 for 13 for Alabama.
Still in the third quarter here in Athens. Morrison probing that defense. Coombs knocks it down.
They got to have more of that. That has to be in the offensive flow. Step into the shot instead of trying to dribble a couple dribbles in, force a turnover, or take a bad shot. But that's a great look from Coombs.
Georgia's opened this quarter, making 7 of its first 11 shots, playing better defensively as well, but Alabama holding tough. Lead is 12. Mingo Young gets called for another travel, and that has just been the real Achilles heel for Alabama here in this third quarter. They've gotten called for 4 different travels.
4 different travels. Your mind is going faster than your body is moving, and that's what you've seen. Running to the back, you've got to put the ball down first.
Morrison directing traffic again. You pointed out earlier, amazing that this is her first year exclusively running the point. Coombs knocks it down again. She's got the hot hand for the Lady Bulldogs.
Well, you might see Alabama switch up their defense a little bit. They're sagging so low when Stady's in the game, trying to keep 2 bodies on her, but nobody out to guard Coombs on the wing.
Coombs now with 11 points. She and Morrison in double figures. Morrison has 14. Barber trying to get around Barker is stopped. Nice denial defense by Stady. Barker through the lane, in. Sarah Ashley Barker has lit it up. Barker running the break, takes it herself and finishes. Well, come on back Thursday night for this women's basketball doubleheader. A&M and South Carolina at 7 Eastern, followed by the historic rivalry from historic Memorial Gymnasium. Tennessee and Vandy at 9 Eastern. Both those games presented by Regions on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. Hugh Morrison there, number 23 in black. One of the top leaders in the SEC.
Well, one of the top leaders in the SEC, but one of the top leaders for this Georgia Bulldog team, chose to come back to this program, her and Stady both, to be able to get to that next level. And you have seen her continue to dominate. Her leadership, her energy, her tenacity, what she's doing tonight, sitting right now, 14 points, 5 rebounds, I mean, 4 assists. She is definitely filling up the stat sheet.
Yeah, when I say leader, I don't restrict that just to basketball. She is very much the complete package as a student athlete, excellent in the classroom, as well as really helping mold the underclassmen with this Georgia program. She's a legacy type player. Alabama needs a bucket here. Georgia has momentum. Davis in the lane, misses. Davis still has not scored here in the second half after filling it up with 18 points in the first. Stady knocks it down.
Well, you can definitely feel the momentum shift. Georgia came out, defense picked up. Alabama had 4 turnovers, walking, traveling calls early on in the third quarter. So Georgia's definitely been able to pick up the intensity.
Georgia has pulled within 6. Abrams looking to give Alabama a score. Into the lane, misses. Mingo Young with the offensive rebound. Wow, that was a good rebound. Davis, the runner. Stady grabs it.
20 seconds left. See Georgia slowing it down a little bit, trying to get a good possession in the quarter.
They have scored 6 straight field goals. Final possession here of the third quarter. Morrison got caught in the air, and it's going to be Alabama with a chance, and they can't get a shot off. So Georgia, last Sunday, came from behind to beat Florida. They're working on doing it again against Alabama. Look at the difference in the 2 halves of basketball.
This is where you want to be today. You look around, the crowd is in it. They've been engaged. It's just a different feel in the second half.
That's a much different feel. You're right. It's an electric atmosphere here in Steckman Coliseum right now. Into Rice. Rice posting up Stady. Short. And underneath, though, Mingo Young in the right place at the right time. Good hustle by Barker. And let's see what the call is. All 3 officials blowing a whistle and now conferring it.
Well, you said it before, Mingo Young in the right place, able to get that rebound. Great defense by Jenna Stady. Forces Rice to have to lean back.
We're going to see if the ball hit the rim.
Thank you. So one of our officials, one of the many additions to our broadcast this year is being able to hear officials when they are making a call, reviewing something. So they're going to see if the ball hit the rim.
Well, I like that too. I like being able to hear it from the referee. Sometimes we get so caught up in our assumptions of what the referees are looking for, but don't know where the shot clock was when the ball went up.
Well, the way the pace of this game is going, these players are going to enjoy getting a little rest. I mean, it is really picked up, and this is the first delay we've had other than a timeout.
Well, you see Georgia taking full advantage, sitting down.
So Christy Curry making use of this time, trying to get her team back in that same form they were in the first and second quarters. Let's go back to the play that's in question. So did that hit the rim? Mingo Young grabbed the offensive rebound. And I mean, when the play was going on, I thought it hit the rim.
Yeah, I thought it hit the rim too. It looked like it brushed the right side of it. Mingo Young able to get it. Didn't look like it was a direct air ball.
Mingo. And I think it hit the rim. Let's see. This would be a good look. Rice is shy. Yeah. And then Mingo Young got the offensive rebound. And so there was no foul or no.
The ball hit the rim. The rebound was at 9:45. With the game clock 9:41, there'll be 16 on the shot clock. Media timeout.
Okay, great explanation. And we'll take a timeout as well. When we come back, we'll get this game going. This is a good one here in Athens. Well, this is the rivalry of choice this weekend for a number of reasons. But in women's basketball, Georgia's won the last 4. But drop your eyes to that bottom box. 5 of the last 7 games between these two teams have gone to overtime. It has been a rivalry with some very close scores in recent years. But here's a look at the scoring breakdown just to kind of tell the story again of the difference in the first half and the third quarter.
Well, I mean, you look at first half, Alabama 24 points in the first, 24 points in the second, only 8 in the third, where Georgia has been pretty consistent, 15 in the first, 14 and 21 in the third. So
Barber having trouble getting it in. Almost intercepted by Smith. Mingo Young can't get the roll. Stady with a rebound. I mean, that's remarkable. 5 of their last 7 games have gone to overtime. And official stopped the clock.
A shot clock.
Had a malfunction with the shot clock. And you know, Joni Taylor is blaming you for all those overtime games, Tamika, so.
Not necessarily blaming. I mean, they
She
won
did
the
win
overtime.
them, though,
They
yeah.
did win the overtime game, so I don't know if it's a blame or it's more of something of notice.
Yeah, well, she pointed it out that anytime Tamika's on a game, it's overtime. So they're
Just want to keep it exciting for the fans.
it's good television. So Joni Taylor, she is one of the most inspiring people I've been around because of just her toughness. I mean, I can remember when she tore her Achilles. She coached in a boot, didn't miss a game. She coached all the way up to just about the moment she gave birth to JC, and then came back out to coach right after giving birth very quickly. I mean, this is a coach that you don't ever have an excuse for lack of toughness when you play for Joni Taylor.
Well, I think when you know that about your coach, you're right. You don't have an excuse because there's a lot of excuses she could have. If Stady knocks it down, Georgia only down by 4, and they continue to just keep putting it on Alabama.
They have responded to Joni Taylor's challenge. Georgia within 4. They have not led this entire half. Abrams gets stuck. Davis, good move by Davis, but Stady was just there in the way. Coombs, nice pass. And a foul. Smith will go to the free throw line.
Hard foul by Abram. But definitely Georgia able to push the ball up the floor, and they just, this is where they have been very, very good in the second half. That transition game, you see Smith goes down, hard foul by Abram, but pushing the ball. Stady has started so many of the transition breaks just by doing what she just did.
Joni Taylor moving Smith to the 3 spot this year from the 4. She's a sophomore from Brunswick, Georgia. She had only been 5 of 13 from the free throw line this year. That was a nice looking shot. And Georgia within 3 with a chance to get within a couple.
Well, it's good to have options with Smith out there. You can switch the 2, the 3, the 4, potentially the 5 with her at that position. Versatility matters.
Stegeman Coliseum in the defense chant. Wide open is Rice, and Rice drew the contact. I don't think she knew she was as open as she was.
Yeah, all she had to do was go straight up, make the basket. She gave enough time for Smith to rotate over. Zoisha Smith called for that foul.
Smith, her first foul. So Rice will go back to the free throw line. Rice, 3 of 4 from the free throw line today. Alabama's a team, good job at the free throw line. They're 11 of 14. Missed the second, Smith with a rebound.
Georgia trying to get some more transition opportunity. You see Alabama switched up their defense rather, went back to the man-to-man.
Georgia has made only 2 3-pointers today. A 3 would tie. Barker probing. Stady, free throw line. Good!
So Stady sitting with 14 points right now. At the half, she had 2 points. So you asked me a little bit ago what had been the difference. The difference has been that your stars have stepped up and are producing.
Stady coming off a 26-point game against Kentucky after she sat out 2 games due to health and safety protocols. And Stady making her presence felt.
Well, this is where she's been so good tonight. That free throw line area. Every single time one of the players drives in, she rotates up, peels a little bit behind, and is able to get those wide open looks.
She was just named this week to the John Wooden mid-season Top 25 Watch List Award, and Abrams getting help up by the Georgia players. Coombs got called for the foul. And second foul. Let's take another look.
Yeah, that's a hard foul right there. Abrams goes down, and
no review, though. It'll just be Alabama's ball out of bounds. Barber gets it into Davis. Davis trying to get around Stady. Man, she's quick. Missed. Rice gets the bucket and fouled.
great play right there. Jada Rice goes up strong against Stady.
First foul on Stady.
See right there, Rice goes up, turn around.
And Rice puts Alabama back in front by 4. Free throw shooting has been a huge difference. Free throws and made threes. That's what kept Alabama in front of Georgia. Stady, double team came over, she went through it. Smith fouled on the arm and one.
Doisha Smith has come into the game, single-handedly has made some key plays the last couple possessions. And I love it when you can come in, rely on Jenna Stady going to the basket. She gets the rebound and goes up. And nice little swipe by Davis on her arm. Smith at the free throw line.
Second foul on Davis. Smith majored in human development and family science, wants to be an athletic trainer after her playing days are over. Misses that free throw. But Georgia back to within 2. Abrams lost it. Barker to the deck. Turnover forced by Georgia.
Q Morris hands. Q Morrison wraps around and knocks that ball out of her hands.
Now they look into Stady, and a foul as getting underneath her was Taylor Sutton, and Sutton's going to get called for the foul.
There it is right here. You see Sutton not able to give Stady room. Got to give her room to come down.
Third foul on Sutton. Barker thought about the catch and shoot. Good defense by Davis. Good pass. Smith with another finish.
Well, you got Doisha Smith out there. Whether she's playing the 3 or the 4s, it's a mismatch down low. Smith using her size, using her versatility to get some easy buckets down low.
And Joni Taylor using her arms to try to get this crowd involved. Davis misses the 3. And jump ball. And the ball will go to Georgia.
Georgia basketball. Here it is. Barker, nice little bounce pass. Abrams on Smith. Smith able to go up. I love it. Joni on the sideline. That's when you get to see the muscles. That's what you were talking about, the workout.
That's right. Believe it or not, Tamika, this is the first tie of the game since we started. I mean, that's how far back Georgia's had to come from behind.
Well, it's almost 0-0 right now. plays 6-minute games in practice. This is where it goes to play.
Coombs trying to put the ball where Stady was not. A little miscommunication there between Coombs and Stady. That'll turn it over to Alabama. Alabama has only made 3 field goals here this entire second half, but they're still tied. Abrams blocked by Stady. Barber. And Davis came over, grabbed the ball, and I'm trying to see if that was a foul called or if it's just going to be with Alabama now.
Well, I mean, this defensive possession right here, Jenna Stady goes up, gets it strong enough. I don't know if you see right there in the middle of the SEC, Abrams' shoe is sitting there.
We had a lot going on there. Abrams lost her shoe. He had collisions. Another nice block. 5 blocks today for Jenna Stady. As Stady, again, on all the national award watch lists right now. She was National Player of the Week earlier this year as well. So a timeout with 5:31 left in the 4th quarter. And Brittany Davis, she put up all those numbers pretty much in that first 2 quarters.
Yeah, she's really struggled in the second half, but I think it really, what you look at is Georgia has picked up their intensity. I can only imagine what it was like in the locker room coming in with a player having been 6 for 6 from the 3-point line. So.
And on the other side, Stady has been the player that has stepped up for Georgia.
Yeah, 2 points at half and really has come in. That has been her bread and butter right there around that free throw line. And Georgia has continued to go to her over and over and over again. When something works, that's what you got to go to. You see Jenna coming up, putting it up right around that free throw line is her area.
Stady 14 points, 8 rebounds today. And here's how the scoring breaks down for her in each half. Coombs with 9 points here in the second half as well.
I just think Georgia has come out. They've been more aggressive coming into the second half, to the 3rd quarter. The intensity on defense has picked up. The way that they have moved the ball and gotten more players involved has picked up. Transition offense and transition defense has gotten better. They forced Alabama into 4 travel calls in that 3rd quarter, so they definitely have picked it up.
3 on the way to open that timeout, and it is good. That is buried by Taylor Sutton.
And Alabama needed that. Taylor Sutton stepping up with confidence.
That is the 13th made 3-pointer of the game for Alabama. Barker trying to answer. Defense was in her face. Good rebound by Coombs.
Alicia Smith had her hands on the ball first and then Coombs, but you look down low, Barber trying to guard Smith.
Stady shooting over everyone again. That free throw line area, that's her sweet spot, as you said.
If you can't get the ball to her down low, she's so good at stretching the floor out, get into that free throw line. And her teammates know she can score.
Another 3 off the mark. Good block out. And the reverse layup is good by Myra Gordon. That was nice. Gordon off the bench, a sophomore from Fort Worth, Texas. Former McDonald's All-American nominee. Alabama up 3, 4th quarter. Morrison open for 3. She's got it!
When you're feeling it, you're feeling it. And what has worked the last couple possessions, Jenna Stady has stepped up. Zoisha Smith has stepped up. Q has been quiet on the offensive end, but very intuitive on the defensive end. But she can step up and knock down 3.
She's made all of Georgia's 3s so far today. Here's another chance for the Bulldogs. We're tied at 65. Layup is missed. How about that hustle? And the ball will go back to Alabama.
Both teams competing so hard, but I like it right here. Stady around the free throw. We keep talking about the sweet spot. But when you got one, I said it, the 1-2 combo, Q Morrison from 3.
Stady, she didn't start playing basketball till 9th grade. Late start to the game. She was a swimmer, believe it or not.
And she hit the growth spurt.
Yeah. Morrison. 2-on-1. Excellent second effort by Coombs.
Doesn't matter when the ball goes in, as long as the ball goes in. Coombs, great job of staying with her shot.
And Georgia has the lead. Barker with the steal. The baseball pass. And that just got a little out of control.
Well, they continue to push the pace. They continue to look up the floor. And here it is, Q Morrison, the nice little dump. Coombs, keep it going.
Georgia up 2, under 3 to play.
Q Morrison, 17 points, 6 assists, 7 for 11. So efficient in how she worked today.
That's another padded stat sheet for Morrison. She's in a lot of those categories. This is Davis trying to get by Barker, has to pull it out. Shot clock under 10, now it's 7. Davis steps through the double team, and an offensive foul called on Davis.
Well, I think Davis right now has to calm down. She got some easy shots in the first half. She's trying to figure out how to get herself going, but you got to move the ball. People have to get open, pass the ball, cut, but move the ball.
That was the 3rd foul on Davis as well. So a timeout with 2:27 left to play. And a reminder, the SEC Network has the National College Football Championship presented by AT&T covered for you tomorrow. The pregame show starts at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, and it'll take you right up to kickoff. And then you can watch the first half with Eli Gold and the Alabama radio broadcast team, and the second half with Scott Howard and Georgia's broadcast team. Finally wrap up this unforgettable day with SEC football final with all the highlights, interviews, and a complete game breakout. And those are 2 of the legendary radio guys calling those games for these football teams. I remember growing up listening to Eli Gold in North Carolina called NASCAR. And he's still going strong with Alabama. I'll be tuning into that tomorrow as well. But
I think I'll be tuning in too, because I'll actually be in Indianapolis. So
that's right.
Downtown has already been wrapped up. I will not be at the game, but I will definitely be watching it.
I figured you'd be doing the coin toss or something.
You never know. Maybe I'll finagle my way into the arena.
Yeah, that's your
Anybody
town.
got some tickets?
So Georgia, can they complete another Sunday comeback? Last week it was against Florida on the road. Today against Alabama at home. Still much to be determined, and Morrison with a rare turnover. Incredible defense by Taylor Sutton.
Yeah, Taylor Sutton was all over her, but Q Morrison trying to make the play run to that point. It's almost like having another Q Morrison on yourself. Like Taylor Sutton put the same type of defense that Q puts on others.
Barber and Barker. Coombs went for the steal, knocked it out of bounds, but that draws applause from Joni Taylor. Good hustle by Coombs.
I do like the way both teams have picked up their intensity. Of course, Georgia had to bring down by so many at halftime, but now the intent, this is like a SEC conference game.
Both these teams coming in off SEC conference losses. Barber with a crucial 3 to slide Alabama back in front by a point. Barber, that was her 4th 3 of the day. She's coming off a game where she made 5 against Kentucky. Just over 90 seconds to play. Morrison will take the long 2. She's fouled by Abrams and will go to the line.
Abrams got her in the air, into the shot, got her to let her shoot the ball. And right here, Hannah Barber. I love watching her play. I think one of the things I love about it is the way that she's just tough. You see the bench right there goes crazy, but we got a long time before the end of this game.
91 seconds left. Morrison at the free throw line. It's her first free throw of the day. Knocks it down. Morrison is a 90% free throw shooter this year. She's only missed 6 the entire year. That was her 60th free throw of the season. makes that one as well. Georgia in front by a point.
I think they're going to keep saying that. They're going to keep switching the tide.
Remember, they have a history of going to overtime, these two. 5 of the last 7 games. Are we going to see another one today? Abrams stuck. Sutton. Stady with a rebound. Georgia with a 1-point lead as we approach the final minute here in the fourth quarter.
1 minute remaining.
See Georgia trying to set up their offense. Alabama.
Stady takes the entry pass. Blocked! What a defensive play by Rice. And Davis was driving in. She was fouled out on the wing by Barker, but it's so loud in here we couldn't hear the whistle.
Right here, great play. Jada Rice blocks Stady. And Brittany Davis gets fouled on the transition game. Like you said, it was so loud in here.
So Barker just picked up her 4th foul. 45 seconds left. And a timeout called with Georgia up 1 at home against Alabama. Alabama with 1 more timeout left.
Well, I think in this possession you have to score fast. Well, you don't have to, but I would think that you would score fast if you get the ball back in another possession, get the ball to the basket. If you hold the clock, get the score, Georgia still gets an opportunity. So give yourself 2 opportunities compared to 1.
Robert Mosley, one of the assistants here, leading the timeout here with Joni Taylor. That just underlies what we said a moment ago. 5 of the last 7 games between these two have gone to overtime. And Georgia has won the last 2 here in Athens. So it'll be Sutton inbounding it for Alabama. A 1-point Georgia lead. 5 seconds. We're waiting to see if she was going to give them a timeout or if it was a 5-second call.
Delay of game warning.
And it is not a 5-second call. Alabama's going to get another chance here. I think just a warning to Coombs for how closely she was playing that. Sutton. Barker with a crucial steal and a jump ball as Davis and Morrison get tied up right away. The possession error, though, gives it to Alabama.
Ooh. I'm holding my breath over here. I'm trying to figure it out, but possession right there, you gotta call timeout.
So it'll be Alabama's ball under their basket. 36.4 seconds left. Georgia up 1. Rice caught the inbounds pass. Almost turned it over. Nice pass to Davis. And there was a timeout taken by Alabama. And that'll be their last timeout. 30.7 seconds left.
Well, that might be a good possession. Barker almost got called for that foul down low. That would have been her 5th foul. So Georgia a little bit off the hook with that. And there's still a lot of time left in this game. Georgia up by 1. Alabama's timeout. They'll get the ball in. 24 seconds on the shot clock. Still give Georgia plenty of time.
Possession arrow favors Georgia. Both these teams looking for their 2nd SEC win of this early SEC regular season. For Georgia, last weekend they had to come from behind to beat Florida. Lost on the road at Kentucky on Thursday, and today coming from behind against Alabama, one of the best offensive performances in the SEC this year, at least in terms of the way Alabama played in that first half.
Well, that's been fun to watch. You see, I said this earlier, you might see the tale of 2 teams, and you saw that from Georgia. Georgia from the first half to the second half how well they have shot the ball. Alabama has struggled, but even with the struggle from the three-point line, they've been able to be consistent, and you see the score.
So Barber will try to throw it in on the sideline now. Barker will defend her. Gets it into Sutton. Sutton guarded by Coombs. Abrams in the lane, traveled, she got stuck. Barker and Stady combined to be a fortress.
Alabama head down, dribble into the tree down low, and when you get to Jenna Stady and Barker down low, if you don't know what you're doing with the ball by the time you get in, you're gonna get stuck. And Stady, great job holding the ground. Barker, great job. Of course, defensive possession right there.
I remember Barker's playing with 4 fouls right now. Barker from Alabama. Again, she was the Alabama High School Player of the Year coming into this Georgia program. Her dad was a quarterback at Alabama. Her brother's a backup there. Our game summary. Wow, how do you summarize this in one graphic? What a game we've had. What stands out to you?
The points in the paint stand out to me. 42 Georgia points in the paint compared to Alabama's 12. Of course, all Alabama in the first half. Second half, been a huge team effort for the Bulldogs.
Georgia still has 2 timeouts remaining. They get it inbounds with a 1-point lead, and immediately Q Morrison is fouled. The foul will be on Sutton. 17.1 seconds left. It'll put Morrison on the line as Georgia's in the bonus. That's the 4th foul as well on Sutton.
Well, the thing that'll be interesting, so we know Alabama's a great three-point shooting team. They have no timeout, so they won't be able to advance the ball, but 17 seconds is still a lot of time to bring the ball up the floor and get set up into a play.
Well, this is who you'd want to be on the free throw line if you're Georgia. Morrison now with 20 points, 7th time in her career she's done that. And make it 21 to add to the lead. It's a 3-point Georgia lead, 17 seconds left. Abrams. Davis, who had all those threes in the first half, short on that one. And it will be Georgia's ball with 2.6 seconds left.
Great defensive possession by the Bulldogs. Georgia staying on top. Alabama, Davis having to throw the ball up, but Hannah Barber wide open for the swing.
So Georgia takes timeout. 2.6 seconds left. Here's that last possession.
And Brittany Davis thinking that she had to make a play. You got 6 seconds left. Rotate the ball, move it. But great defense by Q Morrison.
Yeah, this crowd has really been a 6-man for Georgia in the 3rd and 4th quarters as the Lady Bulldogs picked them up and they responded. It was like walking into a different building here in the second half.
Second half, Georgia, even the way they came out, the confidence level, you could tell that they were going to be a different team. The intensity has picked up, defense has picked up. Georgia has the ball.
Chapman gets it into Stady. Stady waiting to be fouled. And Wade Warren does foul her. So Stady will go to the line. Still 1.7 seconds left. And Stady trying to put it away here. Make it a 2-possession game. Stady, 16 points. This is her first free throw of the day. And does it. 2-possession game. Off the rim, Abrams with a rebound. That'll do it. Georgia with a massive come from behind win. Joni Taylor and Chrissy Curry had to embrace after that one. As what a hard-fought game between these fierce rivals, and Georgia continues its success against Alabama.
Well, great second half by the Georgia Bulldog team. Of course, can't say enough just on how well Georgia fought back Alabama first half, how they played, the way they moved the ball, the three-point. But at the end of the day, Georgia able to come out and get the win.
So Joni Taylor and this Georgia team thanking the fans here in Steckman Coliseum